Alright, so what's up everyone? Now welcome back to the channel. Now we just got an update on XDefiant after the server test session from Mark Rubin himself, basically talking about what the server test session actually did for the game and possibly a release date for the game. I said this in my review for XDefiant. I personally wouldn't be surprised if this game did get a delay because of this server test session, because like I said, the servers weren't really great. It's obviously going to take a lot of time to actually fix this stuff, but they seem adamant they're going to be getting a release date soon, so fingers crossed I hope. Now without wasting any time, let's just get right into the tweet. Here on screen is what Mark Rubin had to say. If you want to read it for yourself, pause the video and read it. If not, I'm going to read it out loud now. So he says, "Hello everyone. First off, thank you to everyone that participated in our server test session. We got a lot of great data to help tune the servers. Blah, blah, blah. We are really excited about getting to launch, and we will have more info on when that will be very soon. So let's talk about the results of the test. We know it wasn't perfect for everyone, but because of your feedback and the data we collected, we were able to identify a few things that we can tune to improve the experience." And then he goes on to use an analogy of a guitar, where the old guitar that they used to have, which is the old netcode, was like an old busted guitar, but it was tuned. What they've got now is a new guitar with, the new servers, the new netcode, but they just need to tune said guitar, which is actually a really good analogy because it helps put into perspective why this server test session even happened. Obviously, they've got this brand new netcode and they're talking about how great it is, but it's still brand new. Like, they don't know if it, is going to work exactly or how, it needs to be tuned. So obviously with the server test session, they know how to do that now. So he goes on to list the three main things they found with the server test session. The first one was something called Delta 1 errors, which is basically causing latency issues. And this is what I talked about in my review for XDefiant. And basically when you were shooting people around corners or people shooting you around corners, this Delta 1 error thing is basically what was the cause of that. He also talked about health bars basically updating later than the actual damage. So he gave off the impression that you weren't doing anything. And finally, they weren't aggressive enough with the matchmaking. So basically just latency was a big issue with the whole server, which again, I talked about in my review, but they seem to have found the issues with the server test session now. So hopefully this means that launch will be coming soon. And to close out the tweet, he said, "Thanks to everyone who came out and played in the short test. It really helped us a lot in preparation for going live, and keep an ear out for more information when we do go live." So we don't actually have any information on when the game is going to be going live. It could be in the next couple of weeks, it could be in the next couple of months, or it could be another year. We have no idea. But I have to say I'm very optimistic because apart from the latency issues in the XDefiant test, the game felt really good. I have to say, hands down, the game felt solid. The only problem was the latency issues, and it seems like with this tweet, they've cracked down on most of the issues and they know what was causing them. So it seems like, fingers crossed, I hope I'm not eating my words, we could be getting XDefiant by at least the end of this year. If not, me being hopeful, I want to say probably in the next couple months or so, because apart from the latency issues and the server issues that we had, which, like I said, with this tweet, they seem to be cracking down on, the game felt polished, the game felt ready to go. And to be honest, I think they're just waiting to release the game to actually create more content for the game, because that was one thing that I feel like was lacking a little bit in XDefiant, was the amount of content. The past year, not much has been added, or from what I can tell, I don't think anything has been added. And obviously that's because they've been working on the netcode and the servers and stuff, and I do understand that, but I just can't wait to have this game fully launched and then seeing new things being added to the game. I just think it's going to be really good. Now, I just want to talk about a few things that I feel like I missed out on in my XDefiant review, and just for the people that didn't get the chance to play this game, because I'm pretty sure at least in my friend group, I was the only person who actually played XDefiant. I have to say, I'm really optimistic for this game now. I only really played Occupy and Domination. Occupy is basically like the hardpoint ripoff for XDefiant, but I have to say, I think the game is really solid. Like I said, the version that I played, which is the server test session that we just had, felt incredibly polished apart from the latency issues. There weren't really any spawning issues or overpowered guns, or a couple of abilities were pretty powerful, but they're supposed to be. They're specialist abilities. But the one thing that I love about XDefiant the most is how casual it feels. Like, it's not really like COD where, you've got slide cancelling, YY nerds, and you've got aggressive skill-based matchmaking. It's not like Rainbow Six Siege where you've got, people who quick peek and really try hard at the game. And the one thing that I love about XDefiant above all else is that it has input-based matchmaking, unlike Rainbow Six Siege. The biggest problem with that game is the amount of M&K players you come up against on console. XDefiant doesn't have that, which, it's incredible that's also a Ubisoft title and they can't figure it out on Siege. But yeah, the one thing that trumps everything for me in terms of XDefiant is how casual it feels. Like, it was just so easy. to get on, just launch a game, use a gun, and just get kills and have fun. And I've been saying for a long time, I feel like that's what COD's been missing, especially with all like the mechanics and stuff that they've been adding to COD over the years. And I think XDefiant is going to be a lot more casual friendly than COD has been for the past like 10 years now, because like I say, XDefiant doesn't have a lot of mechanics in there. It's a very simple game. You run, you can slide, you can, aim down sights, and that's about it. Whereas with COD, there's loads of slide cancelling, YY, mantle, stim. Like, there's just a lot more mentally that you have to put into COD as opposed to XDefiant, and I think a lot of people are going to appreciate that for XDefiant. You can literally just hop on and it's a lot more of a simple experience. And that's what I'm really looking forward to for XDefiant, because we don't really have an extremely casual FPS game anymore. All the games like that, like say COD for example, have become hyper competitive, especially with Warzone taking off as well. We just don't really have casual COD anymore, and XDefiant seems to be filling that role. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, so thank you guys very much for watching. If you're looking forward to XDefiant, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new around here. I'm probably not going to talk about XDefiant now until we either get some major news or until the launch of the game. But like I say, if you are looking forward to it, stay tuned on the channel, and if you like that kind of stuff, stick around for some COD videos. Thanks for watching.